Welcome to One-on-One with Orion. Today we are here with our special guest, Ashley, the owner of Luscious Hair Company. Tell us a little bit about Luscious, Ashley.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I actually started Luscious back in 2012. Luscious is a brand where I just sell hair, virgin hair, and I also sell hair care products that go with the hair.
So when you say virgin hair, what, for the person who knows nothing about hair, what does virgin hair mean?
Virgin hair means that it's a hair that's unprocessed. It's come from a single donor. In different parts of the world, people grow their hair and they call it a sacrifice, where they cut all their hair off and then they sew it onto a weft, and that's how we get the tracks to it. You know, our modern day people call it tracks, and then we either glue it, sew it, or make wigs out of it.
Okay, so when you say all over the world, like you literally mean like Brazilian, Indian. Like I can get whatever type of hair it is out there that I want from Luscious.
As long as it's unprocessed.
Okay, so as you see, I'm natural. I could get some African hair, some kinky hair.
They do have it's called a kinky straight.
It's a kinky straight. Okay, that's good to know. So how did you come up with your idea of Luscious? How did you come up with the name and the idea of having luscious hair?
I came up with the name. It was actually me and two of my cousins. We were sitting by my grandmother's house one day, and I was trying to create a name for the brand because I wanted to call it Ashley Beautiful Company, which that wouldn't know. So we was just sitting at the table and we was brainstorming, and one of my cousins said, well, what you think about if you call it Luscious? And we Googled Luscious and we read the meaning of it, and I was like, yeah, Luscious could go across the board for all types of women. You know, like all the way down to from my petite women to my plus size women. Any ethnic group is just whatever, however you would define yourself as being luscious. That's what Luscious means.
Okay. So when you think of, I mean, I love the name. I love thinking about luscious. Like, so when a woman put her hair on, she feels luscious. She feels luxury. She feels, on a whole nother level. What is, besides thinking about wanting to have the virgin hair and thinking about just making all women look beautiful, what's your goal? What's your goal with Luscious? Meaning, when a customer walks through your doors and they want to be pretty, they want to be beautiful, when they walk out this door, how do you want them to feel?
Luscious.
Cut and dry.
Just
luscious.
Confidence all the way to heaven.
Gotcha. Tell me a little bit about, what made Luscious be Luscious? What's your driving force for your company? What keeps you motivated daily?
My kids.
Your kids. How many kids you have?
3. 3 boys.
Oh, girl. And you owning a business with 3 boys.
They work for the company too.
You hear that? All right. So how do you feel that you built a successful customer base? Like, how do people hear about Luscious? How do people know about Luscious? You're here in New Orleans, Louisiana, but you saying you get your hair from all over the world. Are you getting customers from all over the world? Really? How do they hear about Luscious normally?
Social media, word of mouth. At one point in time, I was doing radio advertisement, but mainly because we're living in a social media world. Social media.
I see, when I was looking at your website, I was kind of doing some research on you, and I see you have over 60,000 followers. How did you market Luscious to get to that point?
At one point in time, it was getting social media influencers to promote for you. Hashtags. I tell people all the time, hashtags is a dream come true. Because people that's not from your city could be traveling to your city and they could just hashtag Nola Virgin Hair, Nola Hairstylist, and Luscious gonna pop up. not this Mardi Gras, but the Mardi Gras in 2019. I'll never forget this. A lady from South Africa. She came to New Orleans to promote a company. And she asked around where can she get good hair. And she said a lot of people told her about Luscious, and she wound up hashtagging. And that's how she found my company. That's how she wound up finding the location and everything. And she came, and I mean, it was her and a few of her other coworkers. I think by the time they left, they spun like almost $2,000 worth of hair.
Wow.
Just off of word of mouth and social media.
Do you know if she's still one of your loyal customers?
We communicate from time to time. I think since then she purchased one bundle to go with it, and I shipped it to her because our hair lasts forever. So it's not like you buy hair today and you need hair tomorrow. So it's just...
When you say forever, what is your average lifespan of a bundle?
So I've been selling hair for 8 years now. I want to say I have customers who started off with me when I was selling hair out of my car. They just recently came back within the last year and a half to buy like 1 or 2 bundles to go with it.
So the hair that they purchased when you was selling out of your car 7, 8 years ago, those customers are just buying new hair from 7 or 8 years ago. So I heard you say selling out of your car. Is that where Luscious started? Like, I want back me up. Bring me to where Luscious began. I hear you say you started out of your car. I hear you say you have 3 boys and they work for you. They help you out. They help you where Luscious is today. But how did Luscious come off the ground? Like, where did you start?
In New Orleans. I mean, I'm from the West Bank, but Luscious literally started in New Orleans. Before I found out about Instagram, I used to make all these posts to Facebook, and making all these posts to Facebook, I used to tag. I think at that point in time, I used to tag like in between 90 and 100 people at one time. And I used to tag so many people in one post. And I had this game plan with me. It was like, I wanted to target New Orleans, I wanted to target Metairie, I wanted to target Chaminade, Kenner, the West Bank. So what I would do is, if I would come across a group of girls, I would give one girl 3 bundles of hair. And I knew that if that one person wore that hair, and if her friends liked it, her friends was gonna buy hair from me. And then their friends was gonna buy hair, because everybody got friends of friends of friends. And I mean, like, that's how it started.
So was there a lot of trial and error through it?
In the beginning?
I know finding vendors is hard and stuff. So did you have a moment where you felt like, I can't do it, it's too hard? Or did you have a moment where you felt like, this ain't me? The thought process of being an entrepreneur, sometimes you come into a lot of brick walls. So do you feel like, what was the moment where you felt like, or was there a moment? Because some people feel like there wasn't a moment, but you come into, you have it in your mind, I want to have Luscious, I want to do Luscious, but I keep coming to this problem. Did you have any of those setbacks? And if so, how did you get up? And how did you come? We are here at Luscious today, right now. So how did you come up with, having those setbacks, having those brick walls, to now owning your business, you're building your brand? How did you come from maybe some of your setbacks?
In the beginning, I would say, and this is my honest answer, in the beginning, there wasn't no setbacks for me, because I had a drive that I had to get up in the morning. My routine when I first started Luscious was get up in the morning, bring my kids to school, come home, wait for my hair to come in. Once the hair came in, go through it, pick my boys up from school, and from then we head to New Orleans. And we literally stayed in, we did homework in New Orleans, dinner in the car, everything. And we stayed in New Orleans almost midnight at night, just driving around, meeting people, giving them their hair or whatever. I know my biggest meetup spot was the churches on the corner of Claiborne or whatever. I haven't came across any setbacks up until about maybe 2 years ago when I started feeling like, okay, I done got this building, I done built this brand. I've seen other people came up under me. I done seen Super came up under me. I done seen Judy came up under me. I done seen a lot of big name people started years later from me. And the setback for me was, why I can't get past the front door? And that started playing a lot with my emotions and stuff like that, because I started feeling like I've been doing this way longer than them. So what is it that I'm doing so wrong that I'm not on their level? So I really started comparing myself to them.
So you had to do some switch ups.
I did.
So what are some of your switch ups? Like what did you put in your mind to say, all right, let me change this, let me do this? Or, you know, I know you constantly have nice sales, you have good sales, and I know that you when I look at your Instagram pages and your posts and stuff, you have goals, you set daily goals. So, you know, why is it that you think that you're not out that front door? Like, what is it that you think? Is it something that you think you've done for your business, or do you think it's something with the customers? Like, what is it that we have to do to change the customer's mind, I guess?
One, I stopped comparing myself to other people. It's not me against them. At this point, it's actually against Luscious. Two, I've been playing this in my mind since the pandemic. Content is everything. So I have to switch my game up, start building more content, whether it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, or as big as 6, 7, 8. Or whatever. I've got to stay more consistent with my followers, more in tune to them, and just basically just have. I mean, I had to say this, but have the fuck it attitude. Is Ashley against Luscious. It's not Luscious against them, because they done made it, and I've got to switch it up to work harder, fight harder, and bring back that drive that I had 7, 8 years ago, where it was just boom, 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 boom.
So so now that you switched it up and you have in your mind what you need to do, what is it that, you know, what's a typical day for Luscious? I know, you know, 7 years ago you said you and your kids used to sit on Claiborne till midnight. Now that you have your building, you're not having to do that. You're not having to sell hair out of your car. So, you know, people think that having a business or having your own business is you lax or you comfortable, but they don't know that it takes that every day, waking up. You know, I'm sure I'm looking at these floors, they shiny, they look waxed, like you are literally having to come in and run your business from start to finish. What's a typical day for Luscious?
Now is same as usual. We get up in the morning, get the boys, they go to school, come home, get dressed. And one thing that I've learned, and I try to tell people that's under me, appearance is everything. Like, if I call myself Luscious, New Orleans know me as Luscious, I gotta look luscious. So I gotta spend like almost 2 hours in the mirror getting dressed. That's for starters. You know, and just basically, and what I've learned is this: the most stupidest idea, the most stupidest picture is the one that grabs everybody's attention. And that, I mean, we come in running from head to toe. And, you know, and another thing I've learned too, even before the pandemic, I'm everything up in here. I'm the janitor, the customer service manager, the shipping and handling processor. So it's like just giving it my 1,000. Because now it's like 100 just wasn't good enough for me. So I gotta try harder.
How do you normally generate, you know, I know when you have your marketing pieces, like when you have sales or when you want you know, customers who might always come in and ask for the kinky straight hair, or the customer that asks for the hair that looks more like a Jerry curl and stuff like that. How do you generate those ideas? How do you come up with the things that you might not necessarily want to have, but you hear your customers? How do you come up with those things? Do you go to the drawing board? Do you get feedback from your customers? How do you come up with all of this? Because looking at your website, I see there's plenty of different types of hair. And so how do you come up with the ideas of the different sales or the different types of hair that they want? How do you come up with those ideas?
Being creative. Like, for me, summertime is my wet and go hair. Vacation hair, that's my deep wave, my curly, the Jerry curl or whatever. Springtime, going into summertime, is bob season. You can wear a bob like 1,000 different ways and stuff. Fall, let's fall into the lengths. That's when we're gonna pull out our long hair and stuff. Christmas, what a Santa baby at. You know, like go tell your boo what you want for Christmas. Tell them you want some luscious hair. Okay. You know, and then Mardi Gras in New Orleans, let the good times roll. So you can wear anything to Mardi Gras. You know, I done had people come get blonde hair and dye it the Mardi Gras colors and stuff. Valentine's Day, I mean, like, every man wants their woman, because I say Valentine's is not for the women, it's for the men. Right. So every man wants their woman to look luscious on Valentine's Day. So it's basically just being, I've learned that you have to have a creative mind with this.
So Ashley, tell me, what would you say in the business aspect? What would you say a business fear is that you may have, you know, especially being in the pandemic right now? Everybody's kind of at a standstill. People are not going to those weddings, those parties. They're not trying to get luscious, you know. So did that change up your thoughts a little bit? Did that put a little fear, like, where's luscious going? When it was happening with me, what do I have to do? What's a fear that you think that your business, that you have come to with your business, are being worried about?
Going to ask a white man for a job. That's my only fear, is having to shut my business down and going back working in the corporate world.
Something that we don't want to do as an entrepreneur. We love working for ourselves. So how do you make sure that doesn't happen? How do we make sure you don't have to go work in the corporate world again?
Being creative and staying consistent.
So with the pandemic, what changes do you think you've had to make? What changes have you done with Luscious with the COVID-19?
Okay, so COVID-19 to me has opened my eyes. It have, I don't know, like, everybody's situation is different. But for me, what COVID-19 have done for me was, it put me in this cold room. It opened my mind, and I was able to just brainstorm and get different ideas. And to be honest with you, COVID-19 with my products, because I had products that was just sitting here, it forced me to promote my products more, to be able to keep a steady flow coming in. And I mean, since then, I have gotten phone calls, text messages, DMs, emails, and all of them was the same thing. Luscious, I didn't know you sell that many products. Why you never promoted them?
So you took this time while the world was on pause to really go back into your business, go back into your brand, and focus on some other things, not just the hair. Because we still got to take care of our hair while we stuck in work in our rooms, in our houses.
I mean, basically think about it. At one point in time, nobody was doing hair. So it forced you to sit at home to do your own hair. So that's when Luscious came in, like with the shampoos, the conditioners, the moisturizers, the drops, everything. So it was, I mean, for some people, it probably was a curse, or they felt like it was a setback. But for Luscious, I think it was a comeback.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's good. So, considering the fact that you say you feel like it was a comeback, you feel like you was able to get some product knowledge out there. When the world opens back up and we able to do all of the things that we want to do, what should people look for in Luscious? Like what Luscious got stirring up? You know, tell us about the comeback that you about to make the world aware of.
She not that quiet Luscious, no. She not that Luscious that's gonna sit back and listen to other people's opinion. Mm-hmm. If the idea come to mind, she doing it. Mm-hmm. And it's either gonna work or it's not gonna work.
Right. So when you have those moments or when you have those ideas that doesn't work, does it shut you down or do you rethink it and be like, hold up, we did this wrong and we're gonna do it again? Like, how do you come off of because every moment is not
gonna be a good moment.
A good moment, right? Every moment is not as fulfilling as others. So when you have those times, when you have those small setbacks, you know, how does Luscious come from it? How does Luscious bounce back?
Go to sleep and wake up the next morning.
Then try it again. So do you ever have a campaign or marketing strategy where, you know, my back to school sale didn't go good this year, but next year you redo the back to school sale, or do you put in your mind that back to school sale wasn't successful, so I'm not gonna do it again?
Nah.
You do it.
Just revamp it. Mm-hmm. So where did I go wrong at? Mm-hmm. So I won't make that mistake again. So
as entrepreneurs, we have to remember that everything is not always on the up and up. So what's a satisfying moment that Luscious have had? Nick, give me one moment where you walked out this door that you said you're trying to get past. You walked out this door with your head high because you was proud. Give me one moment that you felt like Luscious is here and we did it.
I haven't felt that yet.
You haven't?
I guess because I'm so hard on myself. Mm-hmm. And
let me stop you there. You're saying you haven't felt it. You answer that with like seriousness. But when I look at your page, one moment I looked at it and I said, dang, I wish I had a product to sell because that girl doing her thing. I think it was like when you hit like a certain number of followers or something and you had a big sale. And, I don't know if, because to me it doesn't look like the videos lie, the numbers lie, the pictures lie, because you had people lined up out the door.
We did.
Like, so when you look at that, does that make you feel luscious? Like, those moments, talk about those moments. Every entrepreneur needs to have a moment like that.
That was pleasing. That was a moment of a lifetime because on that day, we must have did that in the middle of the week. Mm-hmm. And I literally shut New Orleans down. But what I always tell people is you can't always look at the outer appearance because it is stories that go untold.
Right.
And that's why I feel I haven't hit that satisfying moment yet.
Okay.
Because of the untold stories, because of the background of it, I have a goal in mind, and I think once I hit that goal, then it will be a satisfying moment, but I just haven't hit it yet.
Okay. It's interesting to hear because, from the outside world, like I said, if I'm looking at these people out the door and I see the pictures on Instagram, I see the boomerang on Instagram, I'm saying, man, this girl got it made. But and sometimes as entrepreneurs, we're hard on ourselves. But, just to hear you say that still wasn't my goal. That wasn't my plan. So even though, they say God's plan is not our plan and stuff like that, but, to me, I feel like that's a striving moment. It makes you push harder. Even though you had the people out the door, it still wasn't what you envisioned. So that just makes you push harder. That makes you go stronger. So we're gonna look out for her because it seems like she wasn't satisfied with it. So that means she's gonna go off. The next one, you're gonna go a step up and a step up and a step up until you get there. So sometimes that's rewarding to your business when you do have that mindset where, you know, to the outside world it looks good, but to me that's not what I want. So I'm just keep going. So that's pretty good advice. It's pretty good to hear, especially from an entrepreneur standpoint. You're thinking, you know, she got it going on, but you know, as the entrepreneur and as the owner, you feel like that's not it. That's not the it. And sometimes when you have that mindset, that keeps you from being stagnant. That keeps you from just being there. Because as entrepreneurs, we get satisfied or we get okay with the moment and we stay there. And then that, you know, so sometimes that could be why you feel like you haven't walked out the door, because maybe you just was doing the bare. Like you was doing what you needed to do to keep the lights on, keep the water flowing, you know, stuff like that, but you wasn't reaching for that higher goal. So, you know, as entrepreneurs, we do have to think about it from the outside appearance, like you say. So that's, I love that advice. So speaking of advice, a recent college graduate or a recent high school graduate, what advice would you give to them if they came to you and said, Miss Luscious, I want to start a virgin hair care line, you know, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. You know, so what would be some advice that you give them?
My number one advice that I give everybody, because it's not even a recent high school graduate, it's not even a recent college grad, it's a everyday person. I tell them to go for the 2 G's. Google and God. God and Google, those are your 2 best friends. 1, you have to keep God first, and 2, Google is everybody's best friend. If it's not on Google, it's not real.
Mm-hmm. Everybody got doctorates in Google. Google is like the #1 doctor, the lawyer. Google diagnoses you with everything.
And they give you all of the laws to the land.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you good with Google and you type in Luscious on Google and it come up, you done made it.
You done made it.
That's good. That's some good advice. So let me see. Do I have my 2 G's? I gotta look for I gotta make sure I got my 2 G's. I'm gonna take a look at that. During the COVID, since we were at a standstill, we were paused. We didn't know what to do. We were all at home twiddling our thumbs. What would your suggestion be to entrepreneurs while they're at home doing nothing? What advice or what would you tell them that they should be investing in right now? Should it be money? Should it be time in something in particular? What should all entrepreneurs be investing in right now while the world has stopped?
Their mind. Pick your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we started this pandemic in March, for the past few months, I've been operating on 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Just picking my brain,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure things out, trying to maneuver things around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been me and the 2 G's.
I like that.
God and Google.
I like that. I like them 2 G's. We gotta make sure we put that in our comments. We put that in our caption. Don't forget the 2 G's. I like that. And obviously those 2 G's got you here. That's amazing. So before we wrap up, I want you to, you know, this is your, like they say, your 30 seconds of fame. I want you to tell our viewers, tell the world, what all they need to know about Luscious, where they can find Luscious, all your social media information, you know, where you're located, you know, if you have an actual, you know, storefront for people to come in, you know, tell them what all you have. Because, you know, I thought...
all that in 30 seconds?
Well, no, not literally 30 seconds, but I thought Luscious was just Luscious. I thought it was just hair. So, you know, mention whatever it is that they have, sell Luscious right quick. Tell them where to find you. Tell us about Luscious, and make sure that all of the people who want to be luscious and follow you.
All right.
She got it. I move a little bit, y'all.
So you can follow Luscious on Instagram, Twitter, and like us on Facebook at Luscious Hair Company. So it's Luscious Hair Co with a underscore. We're located at 6900 West Bank Expressway, Suite E. That's in Monroe, Louisiana, 70072. And you could Google us at Live Luscious, LIVE, luscious.com.
All right. And besides your hair, what else does Luscious have? I have some. You bought out all your works, girl. So tell us a little bit about some of the products that you have.
We have hair care products. We have from shampoos, the moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, our restorative shampoo and conditioners that's mainly for your scalp. We have our restorative drops if you have your edges thinning or any breakage going on in your hair. We have our moisturizing mist. It's a mist that detangles your hair and it also adds moisture to it. We have our sheen, our spritz, our edge control. We also have our bind cream to lay your closures, your frontals, and your wigs down. We have a skin shield that goes with the binding cream. And we also have a candle line that I dibble and dab with from time to time, especially for the holidays, that I make on my own. So they hand-pulled soy candles.
And they have this place smelling amazing. When I tell you, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides that, I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, and the lashes. We also have Luscious lashes.
Are you currently wearing Luscious lashes?
I am.
Okay. And Luscious hair. Do you currently have on your Luscious hair?
I don't want nobody else now.
So tell me what kind of hair is that?
This was actually some old hair that I had that I cut into a bob.
Okay.
So most likely it's the Peruvian hair that I think it was loose wave hair that I just got quick weaved in
and straight. Okay. And so I have a few questions about the products, some of your stuff, because I'm trying to learn. So all of your products, can someone use them on their natural hair, regular hair, or is it products for weave?
All our products you can use on your natural hair.
Okay.
The only product that can be used on the weave is the restorative shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
But everything else is for all types of hair.
Okay. And your hair, does it come colored? Like when I go into the store, when I go bring my daughter to a hair store and she needs to get braids, the first question they ask is, what color? 1B? Full? Like, what other colors does your hair come colored, or is it your traditional natural hair colors?
Our hair come in natural hair colors.
Okay.
So it all range from a 1B to a number 4.
Okay. Alrighty, well, it was definitely nice meeting you, Ashley. Thank you for having us come into this beautiful place and meet with you. Viewers, if you are not following Luscious Hair, please make sure you do so. Like she said, she's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at Luscious Hair Company. Please make sure you follow this lady. Like she said, she looks up to 2 things, Google and God. So that means, I'm sure, we are going to be seeing Luscious bigger and better, as she has been working on some things during the pandemic. So we definitely look forward to it. Make sure you are following us at Women Means Business on Instagram. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for tuning in. And you guys have a blessed day. No, have a luscious day.